I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and it is time again for another nature lesson. We're being very quiet because today we are talking about venomous snakes. And yes, they're venomous. They kill you by biting you, and then the venom does its damage to your body. A poisonous snake would be a snake which made you sick when you ate it. So that's the difference between poisonous and venomous. Use the words right, for goodness sakes. In Florida, there are 6 species of venomous snakes. Now, 2 of them are pretty much in the panhandle and the very northern reaches of Florida, not in peninsular Florida. That's the southern copperhead and the timber rattler. We'll talk about those if there's time. But the 4 that live in peninsular Florida are the cottonmouth, the diamondback rattlesnake, the dusky pygmy rattler, and the eastern coral snake. The cottonmouth, or sometimes called the Florida cottonmouth, or a water moccasin, is a relatively large, relatively hefty snake. Usually dark-skinned, but not always. They get darker as they age. But the reason they're called cottonmouths or water moccasins is because unlike most snakes will run away from people, but not a cottonmouth. A cottonmouth will coil up and open its mouth. And when it does that, you get to see that it has a very white inside of its mouth. It looks like it has a cotton mouth, or like it is a moccasin that you would put your foot inside. They live in swamps, lakes, and slow-moving rivers. Kind of like this body of water right here. It's a good spot for doing this. Their venom is very toxic, but not the most toxic of all of the venomous snakes of Florida. The dusky pygmy rattler is a much slighter snake, well, small is relative when it's a snake, I think, 14 to 30 inches. It is also, however, a pit viper, and the venom is very painful, but not usually deadly, and that's mainly because the snake does not deliver a lot of venom when it bites. So it delivers a small amount of venom, so although it hurts, it's not enough to kill you. Eastern diamondback rattlers are the heaviest of all the venomous snakes found here in Florida. In fact, the heaviest of all snakes found here in Florida. The largest ones can be nearly 7 feet long, although occasionally you will find examples that are even larger, but they're rare. They live in dry pine and palmetto flatlands, kind of like that, which is behind me. It's a bad place. They can live for up to 20 years, and they have a very high mortality rate associated with their bites. Now, there are not a lot of bites because they are not a snake that will necessarily attack unprovoked. However, their venom is very toxic, and they have about a 30% mortality rate, and that brings us to the eastern coral snake. It is a small, relatively thin snake with a smallish head. It is banded, so it's black, yellow, and red, usually between 24 and 36 inches long. And here's how you remember whether or not it is a coral snake. Red next to black, safe from attack. Red next to yellow, kill a fella. Although, to be fair, coral snakes, again, a very painful bite, but not normally deadly. In fact, it is so uncommon for the antivenom to be needed that the drug company Wyeth stopped making the antivenom in 2010 because it wasn't profitable. Perceptum, quispium, damnesium. Learn something, damn it. I'm the 5-Minute Professor, and thank you very much for listening to today's lesson. If you have any comments at all, please put them in the comments section down below. And of course, like it and subscribe to the channel. But most important, if you liked it, if you commented, and if you subscribed, tell your friends. Perceptum, quispium, damnesium. Learn something, damn it.